Good morning, students. We are back with our newspaper analysis. The Hindu, yes, and Indian Express, PIB, Telangana Today. All the important news for you today here. Yes, this is Raini, and welcome to Shikara IS Academy as we are bringing for you the daily news analysis. Yes, at the right time in the early in the morning so that you can wind off your current affairs at the right time and you can start your static portion. See, newspaper is your best friend when it comes to prelims, mains and interview. So why to leave newspaper for the rest, for the end of the day? You should complete it in the first half, in the beginning of your day. Okay? So let's get started with the important news from The Hindu, page 10. The news talks about what is the significance of the census. Definitely there is a lot of significance of the census. What is this paper related to? It is related to paper 1, GS paper 1, population and census. See, if we talk about census, talking about population census. So since how long can you imagine the population census has been done? See, since Kautilya's Arthashastra and Akbar's Rhyme, we are talking about census. Yes, at that time, since that time census has been there. Since that time of Akbar, Kautilya's, since that time population census has been taken out. And apart from that, if we talk about British rule, then it started from 1881. Yes, 1881 is the time under the British rule when the actual census under the British India started. And after that, we were very continuous in our process till 2011. We were very continuous in the census process till 2011. But after that, we were not that frequent. And in 2021, we were about to take out our census, but because of COVID, it could not be done. It could have been done in 2022, in the year 2022, but again it was postponed. And after postponing, now we are finally doing it, not this year 2025, but in 2027. Okay, so in 2027 we will be coming with full-fledged census with different kind of data, comprehensive data, and how this data is going to help our students, be it your reservation, be it your giving seats in the legislature. This will be important in that direction. And also we know that 1/3 of the seats for women will be reserved in legislature, right? So for that also, census is something wholesome, comprehensive census is something which is needed. Going forward, we are talking about your Hindu newspaper and it goes in GS paper 2, international relations. Yes, GS paper 2, international relations. It is talking about India and Mongolia joint military exercise, and that is known as nomadic elephant. So here for you, the most important thing is the term nomadic elephant. This is the 17th edition. If we talk about state PCS examination, like Telangana state PCS examination, group 1, group 2, then they can even ask this exercise with edition. This exercise is of which edition? This is of 17th edition, my dear students. This is 17th edition of nomadic elephant between India and Mongolia, and this is a joint military exercise between the two countries under the UN United Nations mandate. Okay, so this is important. Here the name becomes very important between the two countries. Which are the two countries? India, Mongolia, and this is the 17th edition. Okay, the topic talks about that and it falls in GS paper 2, international relations. Now heading towards the third topic, it is talking about your new study makes controversial weather tweaking idea more realistic. Yes, we have studied about aerosol injection. And if we talk about prelims examination, prelims also they have asked this question. And this falls in your GS paper 3, environment, my dear students. Yes, we have the environment section of GS paper 3. This topic talks about, because again the injection of aerosol becomes something related to environmental concern in the longer run. It can be because it is done artificially. It is nothing naturally which is done. Okay, and if we talk about the volcanic eruption, So this whole injection in stratosphere level of your atmosphere, then mesosphere, you have stratosphere, the layers of this atmosphere, the layers of the sky. We will be having the stratosphere, and in this stratosphere you will be injecting aerosols. So this is again artificial, and the whole idea came from volcanic eruption. Yes, from volcanic eruption the whole idea came from. This is your volcanic eruption. Volcanoes are coming. Okay, volcanoes, the lava is coming out, and this, see, whenever there is a volcanic eruption, okay, there is aerosol emission in the atmosphere, and then after this aerosol cools the environment. After this heated eruption, these aerosol spreads into the atmosphere and cools the atmosphere. It's from this only we have taken. And why we are doing this? What is the need of doing stratospheric aerosol injections? Why? So that since the temperature on earth is rising, global warming is rising, we are trying to reduce the intensity of sun's heat on the earth's surface, so that again glaciers don't melt that rapidly, and the global temperature is also maintained at a certain level. So you got the crux. What is the crux? Why we are using stratospheric aerosol injection? Because we want to maintain the earth's temperature and reduce the intensity with which the earth rays are reaching to earth's surface. Sun's rays are reaching to earth's surface. Okay, we have to protect our earth from the intensity of sun's rays. Understood? And this is being artificially done, and the author is saying that it depends on the material which is injected and the height at which it is injected. All these things factor, and the timing. The timing of the injection of these aerosols in that stratosphere again is a vital thing. Yes, if the timing is appropriate, if the height is appropriate, and kind of material which we are using, okay, if it's standard, then it is going to work very effectively. This is what the author is saying, and this falls in your GS paper 3. You can go through and make your important notes. You can make your notes right away, students, when we are discussing it, because when it comes to your GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4, you can just write the topic and you can write simply 2-3 important points. You can use for your examples in mains and interview, and when prelims is going on, you can recall these things as well, because you have written it once somewhere. Because writing is the best way of memorizing things, students. Okay, writing is the best way of memorizing, and we are also starting a mains answer writing series for those who could not make it this time. For your whole year long, we have started that, and please go check our channel and also subscribe to our channel so that you can get to know a lot of initiatives which we are bringing for UPSC preparations and state PCS preparations, especially Telangana State PCS Group 1, Group 2 and Andhra Pradesh State PCS examination. Okay, going ahead, we are talking about tailoring a sector. Which sector we are talking about? Yes, we are talking about the textile sector, students. Textile sector falls, again we are talking about GS paper 3 Indian economy. We have taken this from the Indian Express. Okay, so if we talk about the textile sector, it is employing currently 45 million people. Yes, currently 45 million people are there. Okay, and we are almost giving 2.3% to the GDP via your textile sector. Yes, via textile sector we are giving 2.3 GDP. It's contributing almost 2.3% of the GDP, the textile sector. But if we talk about the garment sector alone, that is not that much, and it has reduced also. So what is the problem here, students? What the author is trying to take? The author is saying that, see, in India we have generally 80%. In India we have 80% of textile and garment industry under MSME. That is micro, small and medium enterprises. Yes, that is MSME. So under an MSME we have 80% of the lot of textiles and garment. But if we talk about competitors like China, Vietnam, and for that sake even Bangladesh, they are having large scale warehouses. They are having this sector as a larger domain, as a larger sector, and thus they are able to take the needs of higher exports. So India's textile sector gives a promising involvement when it comes to textile and garments, but still we are not able to reap the benefits of the quality of textile. See, if we talk about ancient time, our textile was one of the famous, one of the best, and still it is. It's just that we need to do branding at the correct time and explore it, export it and explore it, so that the world also knows that the quality which India has is the best quality, but it needs to reach to the people at the correct time, right? So this is what author is saying. Author is concerned that although we are employing 45 million people, we are giving 2.3% to the GDP textile sector, but again when it comes to export of textile and garments, we are lagging behind. We are lagging behind because we are generally working with MSMEs when it comes to textile, but our competitors China and Vietnam, and for that sake Bangladesh also is catering large warehouses, large sector, and thus helping them to export the things. The next topic is figure of hope. Yes, where are we getting hope from? So this is your GS paper 3, Indian economy. Yes, we are talking about something which the World Bank has clearly said to us and Indians, and they have said it very nicely that if we compare what we have done in 2011, 2012, okay, what the survey had been done in 2011-12, now there is a huge reduction in 2022-2023 when it comes to poverty level. Yes, the poverty level has been reduced from 27% in 2011 to 5.3% in 2020-23. This is a huge leap for India. Yes, and this is said by National Family Health Survey also, and also by Niti Aayog. And also in multi-dimensional poverty, we have reduced, we have fallen, and yes, this is a good thing, because again, inequality, poverty, multi-dimensional poverty is something which is actually taking India, pulling back India in lot of growth sector. If we are not able to cater to these needs, we were lagging behind in lot of exports, in lot of growth quality. See, when poverty is taken care of, the more growth of people will be happening, and better the growth of people happening, better the chances that our economy will be booming. Although we have become the 4th largest economy, surpassing Japan, but yet we have to cater the hunger index, the poverty index, the literacy, okay, all these things. We have the sex ratio which I was talking about, the skewed sex ratio in Telangana, we have seen that, okay, it is almost 902, which is like only 902 women when it comes to male population per 1000. We have only 902 female when it comes to 1000 male population in Telangana. So we have to see these factors as well. So although we have got a green lining, we have got a silver lining from World Bank, Niti Aayog and National Family Health Survey, but still we have a long road to work on, right? The next article talks about renewable and protected. Yes, what is renewable energy? Renewable energy, we have taken this article from GS paper 3, Indian economy, and it is from Indian Express. Okay, what is renewable energy, my dear students? Renewable energy is something which can renew itself. Yes, it can be generated from the earth, from the nature, it can renew itself. Is your wind energy, hydropower energy, right? So India is targeting, India has huge targets, okay. We talk about electricity, India has target of 500, okay, 500 gigawatt of non-fossil fuels electric. Yes, 500 gigawatt of non-fossil energy by 2030. Okay, this is the target. And if we talk about by wind energy, we are targeting 100 gigawatt. So this is our target, and India is moving very smoothly in this direction. But here the catch is, why are our equipments when it comes to hydrological turbines, when it comes to hydropower energy, when it comes to wind energy, capturing renewable energy. Our equipments are not made in India, and although when it's made in India, the R&D is done somewhere else, and here we are again dependent on foreign countries like Europe and China. So what the author is saying, that the need of the hour is the data of equipments what we are buying from foreign countries, the data of how many plants we have for hydropower generation, for wind power generation, need to be generated in India and should not be shared to foreign companies. Because once we do that, again there are chances of cyber wars, cyber crime happening in these sector. Although this is a potential sector for India, right? Generating power from wind, generating power from water, it is a potential sector. Yet there are a lot of chances of cyber threats, cyber insecurity in India regarding this, because the R&D in most of the cases are not done in India. It is done in European countries, in China. The parts also we are buying from China and European countries, and also we are indulging a lot of foreign countries when it comes to management of these resources, management of these machineries which generate power from power from hydropower and from wind power. So okay, we need to be Atmanirbhar in that, so that our digital security, our cyber security is also taken care of. Okay, Atmanirbhar Bharat, the R&D of these sectors need to be done in India. The parts also need to be manufactured in India, so that we have whole and sole control when it comes to our renewable energy, and no data is leaked to foreign countries, and yet there should be no chances of any cyber threats to India. The next topic is talking about going all out for growth. Yes, the recently we have seen that there was 50 basis point reduction by the RBI in repo rate, and also the your cash reserve ratio CRR was reduced. And why it was done? Obviously it was done to increase the money in the hands of consumers, increase the money in the market, and thus more consumerism starts happening, people start investing, domestic consumer needs starts happening, and also private sector investment starts happening. This is a long road to go, and yes, RBI has taken it nicely, but how could RBI take it? RBI could take it because the inflation is again under control. The inflation is well below 4% and it is under control. And if we talk about 1991 students, during 1991 the inflation and everything went to 2 digit. Yes, 2 digit. It went beyond 10%. So now the monetary policy is working, is doing its task very nicely. The inflation was under control, and thus it is very safe by the RBI, the Monetary Policy Committee, to infuse more and more money to the market and let the consumer base rise. Okay, but the concern here is the moment at which we want, the pace at which we want the consumerism to happen, it's not happening in that pace, and that is an area of concern for the government and RBI as well. I hope this topic was clear, and thanks for joining us. We will be coming tomorrow again with all the topics of The Hindu, Indian Express, Telangana Today, PIB. So please stay tuned with us, and do go and check our channel for rest of the videos, be it your NCERT economy taken by me, or your rest of the NCERTs like Ancient India, Geography, Telangana specific, state specific geography, polity and current affairs. Okay, stay tuned with us. Thank you, students. Thank you so much. We will be meeting again.